at Mondello Park. Nice select display of classic cars, classic old Jaguars, something an earlier 911, the groiling F40 Ferrari, was an Alfa Romeo there, a very nice car earlier on, Spider. I used to have myself, but his was an earlier version, so always appreciate these. So that was pre-55 Irish International Grand Prix. And next up will be the historics. So later cars from the 60s. So more racing hitting your screens very shortly. Historics up next. Let's just savor this day. Look at the sunshine. It's starting to melt the tarmac. Everybody in their finery. Enjoying the Kildare sunshine. It's amazing to me that your grass stays so green. Leo Nulty tells me it's like this right through till Christmas time. So the remnants of the pre-55s filtering their way through the paddock. Lots more to see on the inside. Trade stands, food provisions. Let your children go on the old traditional fairground rides. It's a great, great day out here at Mondello. Please feel free to take as many photos as you can and spread the word. We'd love to see you bring your friends next year. So we are getting hot to trot for the historics. These Irish historics. Been led away by the two big grunting V8s. So not a Chevy V8, but a Ford V8. So I think in pole position it is Jackie Cochran, Jackie from Armagh, Sunbeam Tiger. 4.6 litre American muscle under the bonnet, and then something completely different underneath. 4-cylinder, little agile, light, nimble Crosley 9S, the Ford Z-Tech Power, and it's Dave Griffin, dark blue Crosley 9S. So it's a little space frame clothed in the most beautiful little body. He's actually on the second row, but it's another of the The 9S is Billy Crosby. Lines up alongside Jackie Cochran on the first row. And Gareth Thompson in the Ginetta G10, which is a red car with twin white stripes. You see it lining up at the second row. Dave Griffin pulls up alongside him in the blue Z-Tech engined Crosley. A roll bar extension to that car. And Stephen Kelly, and then we have the first of our minis. Which is Kevin Flanagan. And Tommy Docherty. Griffin leads over the start-finish line. And here comes Thompson. Just listen to the full revs of that big American lusty V8. Oh, Griffin locking under braking. Thompson has him rattled. But Griffin holds it out and stretches, pulls away. Magnificent traction out of turn one. Super driving from Dave Griffin. Super driving. So Dave Griffin, car number 12, holding off the much larger car of Gareth Thompson. Billy Crosby giving chase in third, and Jackie Cochran, similar engine in a Sunbeam Tiger. Car that's been honed over the years, and now the back markers are starting to come into the picture. Look at Thompson, he's right into the boot lid of the little Crosley. So we're starting to get the first. Here's the first of our back markers, the little MG. Oh, Thompson right around the outside. He didn't do it this time, but he has nailed a very firm notice of intent to Dave Griffin's side profile. We used to have a saying in Formula Ford of showing him the nose, letting him know that you're there, but he was right up alongside him. It was much more than showing the nose. Here comes Dave Griffin now. He's got another back marker. It's time to be decisive. Oh, and he is through. Can he put the MG midget between himself and Thompson? No, Thompson is through as well. Thompson looks for the inside again. Up at the top corner, and once more Griffin holds him off, but only just. Now they're both all cruising past the big Volvo. Griffin has to play it, can he? Holds the inside line and leaves no blade of grass between himself and and we have a haze of smoke from Stephen Kelly out on the outback of it, but look at this tussle for the lead. Thompson it is, and he's looking for the inside again. Oh, Griffin's left the door slightly open, but no, in the nick of time he came across and covered it off. But this is foreboding. Here down on this long stretch, and Thompson has him on the long run across country. Oh, and Griffin takes it back again. So Griffin it is, leading Thompson. And Jackie Cochran is through and past Billy Crosby for third. So the big V8 second and third. They have 5 minutes and 25 seconds to convert this into a win. Are you going to bet against it? Griffin, can he hold off? He must be sweating in the small stuff. But here comes Thompson again over on the open country. Brilliant traction from the little Crosley, but under braking, I have to say that Ginetta is, you would have thought would be at a disadvantage, but he's gaining huge chunks of time on under braking. slicing all the way through the field. We're looking at the midgets. We're looking at, here comes our leaders. Oh, Thompson absolutely on the loud pedal. You can see the speed differentiation. Has he done enough yet? He's come across on Griffin. Griffin must look for the undercut here. He does a classic little undercut move, but can't quite get it to stick. Thompson makes the Ginetta very, very wide. It's already wide, but it grew like 3 meters there, and now we are into the back markers as Stephen Kelly abandoned ship. Thompson it is. There was a little bit of air and inevitability about that one. And oh, this is brilliant fight back from Dave Griffin. He has not given up. There's 3 minutes and 45 seconds, Dave, till glory. Goes for the inside. Shows Thompson the inside. So Gareth Thompson from Tyrone holds the lead from Dave Griffin. Griffin it is. He's wrestled the lead back. Our local man. This will be a hugely popular win. By stealth he has got there. Thompson is closing yet again. So let's hear a tremendous cheer on the start finish line. It's Dave Griffin has taken the lead back. Oh, Thompson right up on the outside, absolutely level with him. Griffin goes wide. There are 1, 2, probably 3 back markers. Oh, Griffin takes to the grass. His desperation to get past Tommy Doherty. And he's managed to do the magic, which is putting a car between himself. And now he has to dive for the inside, and again manages to put a car between himself and the menacing Ginetta. Thompson it is. Cruelly penalised, but within 400 or 500 meters he's closed right up again on Dave Griffin, just showing what the car can do. This is absolutely tremendous. They're up in the top south side corner already again. Griffin again puts another car between himself and Thompson. Thompson still manages to recover. They've lapped everybody right up until 4th place. Oh, this is neck and neck. How much longer do we have to put ourselves through it? 1 minute and 15 seconds. Come on, Dave. So Dave Griffin in the little Crosley. It's an absolutely beautiful little car. We're willing it home. Gareth Thompson monstering him already in the infield. Dave having to get defensive, not taking the ideal line for a couple of corners. But Thompson fancies his chances. He molds everything for this run into turn 1. He's looking for the undercut. Dave Griffin knows it. He tries to keep it neat. He tries to keep it tidy. Dives over to the right-hand side to hug the inside lane, because he knows that sheer grunt Thompson is coming. The cars are rubbing, fiberglass on fiberglass. Oh, and Griffin holds his nerve and holds the place. Magnificent driving from Dave Griffin. Shooting through on the inside. Griffin again puts a back marker between them. The back marker very obligingly moves over. We're going to get, this is the run to the flag. Flag being prepped, I believe, down beneath us here. So Griffin it is. the dash up to Southside Corner. This is Gareth Thompson's last possible chance. There's a Mini in the way. Can he take advantage of it? No, Griffin it is. Takes a magnificent win. Griffin, Dave Griffin, takes the win in the Crosley 9S. Gareth Thompson, what a fight from a very poor grid position, and indeed has to be said, not a great start. Billy Crosby over the line in the other Crosley 9S. If you like these little Crosleys, you can waltz up to the Crosley factory here up in Hollywood, just outside Belfast, on the Gold Coast. Place your order. They do them in a couple of different specifications, so freely available. Dave Griffin, is that the race of the weekend? He must be about 2 kilos lighter than when he started that race. Well done, that man, Dave Griffin. Absolutely tremendous. Hats off to Gareth Thompson for making a race of it. He never, ever gave up. Well done, Gareth. Well done, Dave. Well, that was an absolute pleasure to commentate on. Casualties were Jackie Cochran, I'm afraid, in the other big V8. Johnny Flynn, Stephen Kelly we saw, and Ulrich Burke in his little Mini. But first on the road then, Dave Griffin. Second, Gareth Thompson. Third, Billy Crosby. Fourth, and lapped where was Clive Brandon in the Lotus, in the Gold Leaf Team Lotus colours. Tommy Docherty in the big Capri, 5th overall. Eddie Kinarns, car 999, was 6th. 7th was Kevin Flanagan. 8th, Wolfgang. 9th, Liam Murphy. And rounding up your top 10 was Derek Kelly. So super, super win for Dave Kelly, or Dave Griffin rather. Getting the congratulations from the family team. Well done. There's 10% off every car at Bill Griffin Motors all week after a win like that. Well done, Dave Griffin. And he's reliving it where he was faster. So we're just got the broom handle out. We're towing in the last of the non-finishers. And we will be off again. I think next up is the Martin Birrane collection laps. I know a lot of you have been looking forward to this, these cars getting a chance to come out of storage, be prepped and stretch their legs the way they're meant to be. So Martin Birrane's cars, it's an absolute pleasure to see these out here. So that's what's coming up next. But that was one super, super race. Historics providing such a good, close contest, and it's even better when it's for the lead. Even better when it's two completely different car philosophies. And a home win for Dave Griffin. You think we'd made this up? And still the sunshine beats down here at Mondello Park. I'm just trying to see if there's any reading up here at race control on track temperature, which just a nice shot of Dave Griffin's car. So, do you want to have a guess at it? We've managed to rustle it up. Have a guess at the track temperature. 37.1 centigrade. Are we in the right country? 37.2 as I'm speaking to you there. That's the hot air coming from this microphone. And the barometric temperature, which your granny will know, we're in and around 14 and a half then on her barometer. 37 degrees, guys. Get your sun cream. So, the Martin Birrane cars will be on the track next. But a final thanks to all the historic competitors, from our midgets, from our minis, who are all dicing amongst themselves, keeping our crowd entertained. But what a battle for the lead. Gareth Thompson, absolutely on the pipe in the big V8. But by sheer willpower, Dave Griffin dragged the Crosley over the line and into the lead. Well done, Dave. Absolutely reveling in this drum display. All the families enjoying it. Great crowd participation. So skilled, these guys. Giving it the full of the beans, just as we've seen on the track. So great to see it off the track as well. This is hats off to Mondello for finding this act. They are everybody enjoying it. Birrane's cars starting to come on out. Great work. Get these cars up and running. Very sophisticated machines. Delighted to have the Birrane family here today, celebrating what would have been Martin's big birthday. So just a few minutes' time. So drummers, just one more encore. Here they go. Let's savor this. There's a bit of the haka about it. Magnificent cherry on top of a superb day's racing here at Mondello Park, the Carole Nash Historic Festival. What a show from these guys, what a show. Absolutely. Absolutely. So simple, so skillful. A really, really terrific enhancement to the afternoon.
Well, ladies and gents, we are
those
back
guys.
live in the pit lane. What about those Celtic drummers? I could save Niamh a few quid. If I had a USA biscuit tin and a couple of wooden spoons, I used to do that in the kitchen when I was a kid. My mother wasn't quite as impressed as everybody else. Joking aside, great entertainment here at the Carole Nash Historic Festival. We've just had a lunch with the Birrane family, a lot of corporate guests and people like that, and some great stories about Martin Birrane, not just about his involvement at Mondello Park, but Martin Birrane, the man, and some stories of his life. We'll do an article on it shortly and put it up on social media because I'd be here forever. But not just a successful businessman, a very, very interesting man and a life very well lived. So We've done a few tributes before to Martin Birrane, but nothing like this. It's absolutely wonderful. Roddy Green, our managing director, is here. The wonderful Susan Birrane is with us. And what we're going to do today, we didn't pre-announce this, is we're going to rename the main straight. Back in the 60s and 70s, the straights had a name. There was the Rotman Straight, the Ford Straight. It was just corners after that, you know, and it hasn't really happened lately. This is very, very cool. The main straight at Mondello Park between Southside Motor Factors Corner and Castrol Corner is from today going to be called the Birrane Straight, which is pretty cool. So to mark it and to mark that, we've got Roddy and Susan, and they're going to unveil a little bit of a plaque on the main straight here, and then we'll have a chat with Roddy. So if you could just get that one. Let's get ready for a round of applause. There you go, ladies and gents. A round of applause for Martin Birrane. It's the Birrane Straight in memory of Martin Birrane and his contribution to Irish motorsport. Martin had a vision to not just buy Mondello Park and save it from the banks, which he did, but to develop it forward, to build the likes of these garages, as I get sprayed with champagne. These garages, the pit lane, the suites, the extension, the tower, all down to Martin Birrane. As a result of his vision, we got British touring cars here, we got proper British sports cars, international sports cars, superbikes racing here, all this stuff because of him. In 08, 09, when things went bad, we lost some of the UK classes. Mondello is now marching back towards that. There's more investment from the peer group and the Birrane family, and they're very supportive. Roddy's doing a great job steering the ship for us. And Mondello's not doing too badly, which is great for the Birrane family because they stood by, you know, through COVID, for example, when we was just locked up. All we did was open the place here for the locals to walk around on Saturday and Sunday. And believe you me, the bills still add up. So we've had unwavering support from that family and from the peer group and the group that Martin set up. And it's great to be able to honour him here today by having the Birrane Straight in memory of Martin Birrane. And we will continue to move forward, and we'll continue to talk to UK classes. What's happened here this weekend, well, it didn't just happen, you know, Niamh, Roddy, loads of other people were involved. And to have all you wonderful people down here, to have Alex Dunne down here, Martin Donnelly, David Coulthard down here, David Kennedy, John Watson. It's just been absolutely fantastic. It's only getting going. We've got more to do this afternoon, more chats to have. I might have a chat with Roddy Green if he gets a moment. Roddy, you knew Martin Birrane, of course, and you knew his passion, and he cracked the whip, but he was massively passionate about motorsport and about this venue in particular.
Yeah, Leo, as you say, cracked the whip, a very fair man when it came to the operation of the business, and gave us the latitude to build a business and build something for the future, which I think was the important thing, that he gave us the freedom to do that. I think the idea for us today to rename the main straight in his honour would just mean for the next generations that come after him, for the next Alex Dunne and people like him that come up, they'll pass down through a piece of the circuit that's named in his memory, which is fantastic. Martin's vision for the venue was to build an international standard motorsport venue, which he did through a lot of tears and passion and blood and pain to build it up to what it was. And you know, as you mentioned in your own speech, we had such wonderful international series like the FIA World Sports Cars, we had BSB, we had touring cars, we had everything that came through here, which is just possible from Martin's investment and his passion for motorsport, which is amazing. And I think that's filtered through us in the team here in Mondello, that, you know, obviously we have a passion for motorsport, but we have a passion to do things in the right way and in terms of Martin's memory, which is hugely important to us.
I think a lot of people don't realise what goes on here during the week, Roddy. Joking aside, and we always have a bit of fun and we're laughing and joking at race meetings, but it's a tough business to run. There's a lot of costs incoming. You know, people think we just drive around the track in Ferraris and Porsches during the week. We never do that. Well, maybe it snows for a little bit of fun. We don't tell the board. They're here now. But it's a tough business to run. You know, we're in competition with a lot of other stuff. We're trying to get corporate business down here. It's going quite well, and you've been steering in the right direction. Do you think the wheels seem to be start moving again? Do you know the stuff Martin wanted? I know we had massive stuff, and because of recession in 08 and stuff like that, it disappeared. I think we could start going back towards that, and I think you're nodding at me there. I think you think we can do the same, you know, to get all these people here this weekend, to get Alex Dunne, to get 4 Formula 1 drivers here this weekend. They're all massively positive. People are having a great day here. Can we get these big classes back, do you think?
Yeah, certainly we can, and if you look at this event that we've built over the last 4 or 5 years, as you say, to get it to the stage that it is today, to have so many people around the venue enjoying a wonderful weekend of historic motorsport with F1 displays. You know, I couldn't believe it yesterday when David Coulthard rang me and said, Roddy, I'm in the car park. And I was like, David Coulthard's here. It's amazing, you know. So that's the caliber of the event that we're building, and I think that's a testament to everybody involved, yourself, Niamh, Ian, everybody in the team, all the lads in the workshop that have been working tirelessly to get Martin's cars here and ready for us that we can display them, you know. And then we have the wonderful Steve Griffith in the Jordan 195, which I think has turned everybody into a giddy 12-year-old boy or girl as soon as you hear that V10 engine, you know. So that's the stuff that we're building for the future, and certainly, you know, the business is in a good position, and that's due to the support of the board and the family behind us. So look, the future's positive and we're looking in the right direction.
Yeah, it's great to have the support of them. But the Jordan today, just to touch on that, everyone's saying to me during the week, he'll probably only tootle round. He binned it. I was delighted. That's how hard he was trying, because he was getting on the brakes before the Alpha Bridge, and then the first lap with warm tyres, he goes bop, bop, bop down, and he doesn't brake, and I was going, and now he's warmed the tyres, and he's gone a little bit later, next thing, into the gravel, and I was thinking, I know, like, his team are probably not agreeing with me. It's the best thing could have happened. Incredible. We haven't heard a sound like that, Roddy, at Mondello Park for many, many years.
No, absolutely, Leon. As I said, it does. I stand in the pit lane when Steve went out earlier, and it's just sends shivers up your back when you hear that V10. And I spoke to Steve after. He said, I can't believe I threw it in the gravel. He said, I knew when I went under the bridge I was in trouble. He said, but I just got into the gravel, I kept it pinned and come out the far side. You know, and that's brilliant to see that, you know. And I think we've had a really good chat with him, and even chatting to Martin Donnelly. The real feel of the venue, it's different to UK circuits. You go to UK circuits and, you know, you don't have the access that you have here, and we try and keep that going in Mondello, keep the spirit of that alive in terms of it's a friendly venue, it's a nice place to be, you know, the entertainment is good, the quality that we bring is there, so that's the really important stuff for us. And as I say, when we're moving on with the business into the future, that's the things that we're going to keep important to us as we move on.
Fantastic, right? It's great to hear you talk like that in a business sense about Mondello Park, and as you said, the support from the group, the peer group and the Birrane family, Howard, it's absolutely wonderful. We still have to polish our shoes though before the board meeting every month and take a deep breath before we click go live on the meeting, but realistically there's incredible support. If there's anything that would return, they're prepared to invest, you know, and it's great. And there are plans with Kildare County Council and stuff like that that's come through lately. I'm going to do an Alex Dunne, I can't tell you what it is, but it's massively exciting, you know. There are big plans for Martin Birrane's Mondello Park.
For sure, Leon. That's like, you know, you have to keep moving the thing forward, and we'll always celebrate Martin's legacy, and we'll always celebrate what he would have wanted in terms of developing the venue from a motorsport point of view. And I think that's the key thing. You know, if we can build it, that we have every age group taking part in motorsport in this venue and building it for the future, I think that's celebrating what Martin would have wanted in terms of his vision for the venue. And if we can help deliver that over the next 5 to 10 years with them, we're in a good space and doing a good job for him.
I think that's a good ending to it. Roddy Green, the Managing Director of Mondello Park, ladies and gents. Roddy, thank you very much. Just one more time, the man that saved Mondello Park in '85 and invested so heavily, and the reason we're here today, would have been 90 this year. We don't unfortunately have him with us, but we do have his wonderful family, his children, his grandchildren, and now his great-grandchildren are with us today, and they're all here to see this. The Birrane Straight in memory of Martin Birrane and his contribution to Irish motorsport. A wonderful day for Mondello Park, a wonderful day for the Birrane family, and a wonderful day for Irish motorsport. So let's get back on track with Ian Beattie in the BMW M1 that Martin Birrane won his class at Le Mans in, and the incredible Martin Donnelly in the 650 brake horsepower Spice Heart. So let's get back out on track, and let's have the first two cars ever to go down the Birrane Straight at Mondello Park. Thank you. it easy, lads? I don't think so. The boost turned up and having a real go there. It's great to see it. And the two cars pretty equally matched, although that Spice hasn't been out in a long, long time. Spoke to Martin Donnelly earlier, I don't know if you heard it. But he said a little bit of boost lag, you'd expect that, but he said incredibly quick, but brakes weren't great, so he had the guys bleeding the brakes as if it was a racing car. So with single seaters on track, and we've got a little bit of a added bonus because the Griff's Jordan is back out there. So there's Sylvie Mullins in the Sylvie Mullins Plantar car, liveried up like a 91 Jordan. It's a Gould chassis with a hard Formula 1 engine. Then it's Dara Daly, the Dunshaughlin Charger in Martin Daly's World Series. He goes through. Then it's the incredible sounding Jordan Peugeot Formula 1 car. Nice and early on the brakes. It was in the gravel already. He was trying so hard earlier on. What a soundtrack when that car comes on. He's easing off now to let those other two cars get away from him. Keeping it warm, weaving around a bit there to keep a bit of heat in the tires. He will do a lap shortly. Sylvie Mullins on it straight away. Darren Grady won't be messing around here. Maximum commitment. The clue is in the surname. They're all nuts. They're not all nuts, but they're very, very committed to Daly. You see it from Dan Daly here years ago. Martin Daly massively committed, and Dara Daly is just so talented, so quick in this car. He's had a couple of Boss Ireland wins. Boss Ireland is big open single seaters, and he's been out front of that, beating Formula 3 cars that probably should be a little bit quicker around here. You know, they've got massive downforce, but they don't have the power of this car. But it would take a lot of driving Dara Daly's car. Wheel spins a lot. Martin Daly telling me it's very hard to get the brakes up to temperature. You'd think that would just mean stand on the brakes a few times. Listen to that Jordan going down the straight. But actually you need really, really high speeds and really long braking distances to get those racing brakes up to the temperature. And if you don't have those, you will struggle and keep snatching a brake and locking a brake. And Martin Daly has had problems with that before. But Dara Daly, apparently he's going to get them up to temperature and be Dara Daly. So they're out on track now, and they were demos all weekend, but you can sense the urgency. You can see the body language of these cars. They're beginning to push them on a little bit now as they head up towards, wagging the tail and hanging the tail out. It's outside of Sylvie Mullins. Then it's Dara Daly. Oh, the speed of that car in a straight line. It's a pity we haven't got the timing system on to get the speed trap. Late, good old-fashioned late turn in for Sylvie Mullins. Gets to the apex late, leaves him on the right, coming out of Castrol. That lines him up for Campion Corner. He uses all the track on the way out of Campion Corner. Glorious sound as he blasts the Formula 1 engine car into that first apex, out wide, then hard on the brakes, down through the gears, tries to get to the second apex. It's understeering a little bit. He stands on the power and drives it back up the hill. And Dara Daly gets right into that apex, but had two stabs at it. If you saw that, he's trying to get the car stopped. Nobody more committed through the first bit of turn 3 than Dara Daly. So these two really having a go. So Steve Griffith's going beautifully in the Jordan as well, but that's more of a display on the main straight. Oh, Sylvie Mullins must have the soft tires on. Sylvie really going nicely. Sylvie Mullins in the Sylvie Mullins Plantar car. Dara Daly, his father Martin Daly, in the drive-in motors. He sponsors Alex Dunne. A little garage in Dunshaughlin gives Alex Dunne a few quid every year, more than a few quid. He's a big supporter of Alex Dunne, Martin Daly. So if you want your car service, you live anywhere near Dunshaughlin, give that man a bit of business. Oh, right into the curbs is Sylvie Mullins, right out to the outside curb. It's like a qualifying lap for the Leinster Trophy. Really having a go. He flicks it into the left hand. It's a pity we haven't got timing on this one, but we can time it afterwards from YouTube. Flat out through Nordic Spirit Corner, loads of downforce in that car, huge back wing, big whack wheels, hard on the brakes for Southside, Motor Factory's Corner. The 7-Up and Tic Tac car leaves black lines on the road at Mondello Park as it comes out onto the Birrane straight and takes the checkered flag. Fantastic demo run at the Birrane straight. What a name. Here comes Dara Daly, and he wags the tail, he comes down the Birrane straight. Well, great, well done young man, I should say perhaps, but here comes Steve Griffiths now in the Jordan 195 Peugeot. He's coming up the hill. Let's get a shot of him coming into the last corner. Here he comes out of Nordic Spirit Corner. Hard on the brakes. We get that sound effect for the last time this weekend as the Peugeot engine gets the big loud pedal out onto the main straight. Doesn't it sound absolutely glorious? Give him a round of applause if you're in the grandstand. What a day at Mondello Park. Eddie Jordan's life yesterday. Martin Birrane's 90th birthday today at Mondello Park. What a wonderful weekend at Mondello Park at the Carole Nash Historic Festival. Well, there you go, ladies and gents. Great entertainment. So there's the Jordan Formula 1 car down there with Peugeot engine, beautifully driven by Steve Griffiths. Great attention for that car all weekend here at Mondello Park. It looks fantastic. I think the HRCA crew are down at the podium ready to do their prize giving. I can see them hovering around there. The Historic Racing Car Association. Willie Fenton visible there in the pink shirt. You can't miss him. He must be going to do the prize giving. Let's see. I don't know what we'll do. Put something on, let me talk. I don't know. So a couple of minutes time, the HRCA guys just getting ready. We just had a chat with them off air, so they're just doing their handicaps and stuff like that. You can see there's still quite a few classic cars left. On the left there, an oval window Volkswagen Beetle. Very, very rare car. Great to have it down here. A Panhard. Who's ever seen a Panhard before? Very few people. Google it if you like, in the centre of the front row. And then the two beautiful Hillman Imps. The one on the right is owned by Dan Rooney. You'll remember Dan Rooney if you're involved in Mondello for a long time, because he raced Imps and tuned Imps and built Imps engines, and it's great to have him here, and young Dan with him as well.
Wonderful stuff. They came all the way down from Roscommon, and down meeting a lot of different people. If you want to meet the old Mod Sports crew or the old Formula Ford crew, I believe the Bill Griffin Motors tent is where you need to be. Ronnie Griffin is over there, Steve Griffin is over there, I think Cyril McCabe and Brendan O'Mahony and a few more. So a lot of old names are here. Dan Rooney certainly is here. A beautiful Renault 5 Gordini. We haven't seen one of those for a long time. Vectra, Opel Monza. We did have an Opel Monza race here, you know. Frank O'Rourke, when the Commodore was gone out of fashion, brought out a dealer Opel Team Ireland Monza. Didn't work too well as a production saloon car, and they handed it over to Austin McHale, who used it as a rally car. And you'll probably remember on the Circuit of Ireland that it was too heavy as a rally car, but fortunately for Austin, the tailgate fell off on every stage and the team got it and put it back. So it was not falling off by accident, perhaps, because the tailgate weighed a ton. Beautiful E30 BMW down there as well, and some beautiful XK Jaguars, and an original actual Ferrari F40. It's wonderful to have that here today. So we had Classic Alphas today. Carole Nash, of course, our sponsors have their little awning beside the podium there, and that's their target market, isn't it, right in front of them. If you want to get simple, easy to deal with, nice people and get your classic car insurance, speak to the crowd at Carole Nash. Not only do they support Mondello Park at this event, they do a lot of motorbike and a lot of classic car policy. So have a chat with them. They're approachable and they're friendly, and importantly, very, very easy to deal with. Just over to the right of that, you'll see the hub where you can buy Mondello Park merchandise. Everything from stickers to tops to umbrellas. Not that you need them today. I should say sunshades. We should put the price up and call them sunshades. All sorts of different stuff at the Mondello Park hub. And outside you can see the Ferrari and the Audi V10. They're two cars you can drive down here. If you want to drive around the circuit and you haven't done it before, mondellopark.ie, and just click on experiences. We've got Porsche Cayman S's, we got Ferrari F40s. I was going to say we don't have F40s. We have Ferrari 430s. We have V10 paddle shift Audi R8s. We have single-seater Formula Shane racing cars. There's the R8 on the right. V10 engine. You can see it through the glass back window. Very, very potent motor car. No restrictions, no limiters. And you could drive those cars here at Mondello Park. You can have a corporate event, do a sales meeting, and then come down and drive them, or you could just buy a voucher for yourself or for your buddy or for a birthday present, then come down and join us and do your voucher, do your day out here at Mondello Park. You can get videos done, all sorts of stuff like that. Very, very popular. There's always something on at Mondello Park. In case you think we don't do anything during the week, we're busier during the week than we are at a race meeting. There's always something on here. Early drive, if you're not old enough to go on the road yet, you can book an early drive voucher in association with Opel Ireland, and the E-Corsa SRs. Beautiful looking cars. You'll see them all around the track. You'll see them over near the museum. And they are, you can drive those. It could be the first car you ever drive at Mondello. There's a rallycross experience. There's loads of stuff there. So have a look at mondellopark.ie if you want to drive. Oh, there's the grandstand again. I hope we don't have any Coldplay moments. Let's have a look. Who's there? Blonde lady at the front giving us a big wave. She's got a coffee. There she goes. Well, I Shot JR. Who's got stand up there? Stand up the I Shot JR t-shirt. Come on. Now beside the blonde lady. Look on your left. Give him a nudge. You need to stand up. Look, he's like Tom out of Father Ted. Father, I've killed a man. Look at him. I Shot JR t-shirt. Brilliant. Fantastic. Who do I see there? Any of the Ferrari Club? We've got a couple of other t-shirts and hats. Let's have a good look around here. Who's the lady with the stick? What? I hope that's a fan, is it? She looks like she's about to bait someone. Oh, feckin' Egypt. It's upside down. It's upside down. Yeah, feckin' Egypt. There you go. Now she has it. Beautiful. Any McLaren fans? Yes, we have. There's an Alex Dunne fan there in Papaya with a Ferrari fan beside. Oh, we won't boo Ferrari just yet. A Yamaha man behind them. This is great to see all these people. Look, all giving us a wave. There we are. Look, Jim, there we are. Oh, look at this young kid in the grey t-shirt. This is fantastic. Everyone get any Coldplay moments? No? Anyone want to give us a camera kiss like the baseball in the UK? No? And in America? No? Not just yet. Look at this Ferrari hat on that young man over there. Great to see it. This is a great old shot, isn't it? Emirates. Oh. Anyone else? Oh, she's looking well away. Look at the two of them with the shades on. Is this a Coldplay moment there at the front? Are you going to see them going different directions? No, not just yet. Don't zoom in too much. No, she doesn't like it. No, no. Down the front, number 28. Give us a smile. Big 28 in the t-shirt. Oh, look at that up the back. There's enthusiasm for you there. That's the best side of the grandstand now. Right up there. Brilliant. Look at yourselves on live TV. This is great, isn't it? A drone in front of the grandstand. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I hope you're really enjoying the Carole Nash. Oh, there's more. Look at the orange again. And more Alex Dunne supporters over there. Oh, Spider-Man down the front, is it? It is Spider-Man being waved around down the front. Give us another wave of Spider-Man there. Look at that. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Fantastic. We love having the young fans here, and this weekend seems to have brought them out. Look at that for a smile. His little sister's a bit shy, but Spider-Man's not shy at all. This is great stuff. Great family day out at Mondello Park. There's a bit more papaya up there, a few more Alex Dunne supporters. Great to see them. I don't know where he went. He was in the lunch with us, and there were people waiting outside the door, and he was gone all of a sudden. I think he might have escaped through the kitchen. I'm not sure. But he did spend the guts of an hour signing autographs and getting stuff signed earlier. So if he's still here, and I'm not sure if he is, I suspect he is. Thank you very much, Alex Dunne. Great chats with Alex earlier, and we were asked him all the direct questions. Oh, look at this. Where are we now? Is this turn 2? Can you see yourselves? They don't have a big screen, so they don't know they're on telly out at turn 2. They're just relaxing on the grass. Campion Corner, named after John. They do. They see themselves now. Give us a wave. Come on. Campion Corner on the inside. There you go. What about the chap in the McLaren t-shirt? Are you not going to wave? You're not supposed to be here. Did you ring in sick? There he is. There he is. Papaya supporter, another Alex Dunne supporter. This is great. Good place to watch. I used to watch there with my dad as a kid. Turn 2, Boac. Back in the day, BOAC was the name of that corner. You were a big man if you took Boac flat before this circuit had a proper surface. But a good place to watch, well chosen by those people. The apex of Campion Corner. There's more of them there. A little bit of a picnic. Look at this, the rug and everything. Yep, great stuff. Give us a wave. Fantastic. Oh, that's the way to go motor racing, isn't it? Don't we love this? Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. Kids will see themselves on telly. Check yourselves out on YouTube tonight. There's an umbrella being used as a sunshade. £10 extra for a Mondello umbrella today because it's a sunshade. Is that a McLaren top we see on the left? The gentleman in the white cap, is it? It's orange, certainly it is. Yep. Oh, Ferrari man there. Any chance Lewis would retire and give the drive to Alex, do you think? No? We'll give you a cheap McLaren t-shirt if it does. A thumbs down. No, he wants Lewis to stay on. Well, actually, David Coulthard did say to us yesterday that he was hoping that Ferrari he'd love to see Alex getting in on a big reshuffle, but he said he would love to see Ferrari give Lewis Hamilton a car that he could drive again. He said that drivers can slow down in terms of their qualifying speed as they get a little bit older, but they don't drop in race speed as much as he has, so he suspects it's the car. And John Watson agreed with him. There's more of our guys there on the bank watching. Look, there's us. We're on the telly. Give us a wave. Any chance of a wave there, lads? Fantastic. Hope you have your sunscreen on, have you? You have? Good. Yeah, brilliant. No Coldplay moments there. They're all comfortably sitting where they are. Nobody running for cover just yet. Still a few Jordan tops going around. It's great to see them down in the paddock there. Some of the classic cars beginning to shuffle around a little bit. The Ice Cream Man, I think, is almost done of 99s. There can't be too many left in those two little vans. 3 vans, I think there are down there. So great entertainment. Great to see it, isn't it? Don't you love to see the families down here and people sitting out at turn 2? There's a good aerial shot. Katie's doing a great job flying the drone all weekend, almost under everyone's noses. It's great to see. There's another Ice Cream Van, Mark's Models. Down on the bottom, the European Motor Show are with us today. Look at that. Watch out for that. The end of January in Dublin, the European Motor Show. Big Formula 1 name coming to that. They've told me who it is, but I can't tell you. That's the European Motor Show. Then that's Miles O'Reilly selling all the books. Loads of books there. 2 stalls, 3 stalls. Kevin O'Leary there getting in out of the sun. Kevin, give us a wave. Can you hear us? No? We could see him there from the drone. That's the Ford Focus. He sells all the dinkies and Matchbox cars just there on the very, very left of us. So we're seeing all the tree. Could nearly zoom in and see what cars he's selling there. This is great footage, isn't it? Really, really cool as the drone just circles around the paddock in Mondello Park. All the picnic benches. That's one of the big screens on the top right. That's Kevin O'Leary there. I wonder, could we fly in the left-hand door of his Focus? We probably could. Right down there. Great stuff. Miles O'Reilly down there on the right. He's selling all those Look at this. Great footage. So if you want any dinky toys, model cars, anything like that, Kevin O'Leary is the man. We're going to see him on the telly there. He must be hiding. Maybe any VAT receipts? Maybe that's why he's hiding in there. I jest. He's a great man for the flea markets and everything, of course, Kevin. He's been with us a few years doing this event. He's a gentleman intently studying a dinky or a corgi on the left there, thinking of a purchase perhaps. Oh, there's Kevin. He's out. Look behind you, Kevin. There you go. Look up at the drone. Give us a wave. There you go. Kevin O'Leary. You'll find him on Facebook. He sells all sorts of toys. Anything on, not just model cars, all sorts of toys. And a big, big collector, a big fanatic. Always has great stock. The first time he came to Mondello Park, he sold out on day 1. He had to go back to Wexford and restock. There's more people giving us a wave in the paddock. Wave at the drone if you see it there. Look at the kids down there in front of VFox Engineers. Brilliant. Great to see them. Let me just... So it's still all hustle and bustle. We're getting towards the end of day 2 now, but people still hanging on and still having fun. Martin Donnelly still here, John Watson, Derek Daly, David Kennedy, massively accessible. They're wandering through the paddock as if they're just normal spectators. There is no superstar there with them at all, and I really, really enjoyed interviewing them there all weekend. Let's have another look at the drone in a minute and see who else is around. Thought I saw Mick McArdle down there, McArdle Motorsport. Let's have a look. We'll send the drone down after him now. Some beautiful classics there. Here we're looking down at eFox Engineers there. Great shot of them. They big supporters of Mondello Park over the years. Used to have the eFox Engineers bridge. I thought I saw Mick McArdle down there earlier, but he seems to be gone. Give us a wave. Who's that from eFox there? Look up at the drone. You see the drone? There you are. Give it the thumbs up. eFox Engineers, not just bearings, Norris tools, earplugs, and pretty much anything you want. Fire sticks as well. Craig Fox, give us a wave. Craig is there with the straw hat. No, not me. Up to the drone. There you go. So have a look at eFox and have a chat. There's Craig on the right with the straw hat on. He's at every single, I think we've cloned him. He's at every single classic car event really around, and a great team of guys in eFox Engineers. So great fun here today. I did think I saw Mick McArdle there, but he's escaped wherever he was. Someone's pointing at him. Where is he? Over towards the first corner. He's a Zetec racer and he's great fun, great on social media, and his kids are big into it. One of them starred in Mondello Park, was in the local paper and everything at the launch of the Siltec Safety Zetec Championship. So Mick is down there somewhere, I think. Well, there's somebody else waving with a little man with a Ferrari hat there. Oh, great stuff. Give us a wave. Lewis Hamilton or Charles Leclerc? Who are we supporting there? He's not sure. He's got the Ferrari hat on. He's got his mum with him. It's great to see. So yeah, still people wandering around, absolutely. Oh, he's back into view. Ferrari hat again. The drone is going to follow them now for a while. See who else we can see down there. This is brilliant. Don't you love to see kids wearing the Formula 1 gear? Oh, there's Katie with the drone. Look, she won't like to be filmed herself. She's been papped by her own company. Look, that is the lady, the young lady who's done all the flying of the drone all weekend. It's a thankless task, and joking aside, it's great to see her and to thank her, because Martin and See It Live, I said this earlier, they care about the quality. They don't just want to cover the races at Mondello Park. They want to improve it with the Martin Birrane mindset. See It Live want to move on, and they want to make it better. And they keep ringing me, Leo, we think we can do live on board. We think we can do a drone. We think we've got 2 drones. Great people, and they're great partners of us here at Mondello Park. And I'm delighted that we were able to, with the help of our sponsors, we're able to bring them here for this event. The Beacon Hospital, Michael Cullen, a great partner of Mondello, and he helps us, and he brings them to the ICCR events. If you're liking the motor racing element of this, ICCR.ie, come down and see the motor racing here at Mondello Park, because it is massively exciting and gets great exposure. So there we go, still with the, looking at all these kids. There's somebody in McLaren, turn around, we're behind you. The young chap in front of eFox, swinging around. Left, left, left. More, there you go, straight up, look up, look up. There you go, give us a wave. There you are, look at the kid in the McLaren t-shirt. There must be 2 drones up there. They're all looking the wrong way. I think we've got 2 drones, you know. If you turn around and look up, there you go. The gentleman in the green t-shirt has it sorted. Everyone looking up into the air to see what's happening. That drone is there you go, the fire stick, safety stick. Every classic car needs one of those. They're a great job. We've used them here at Mondello Park, and we have them in a lot of cars. There's the Alfa Romeo bridge. Kieran Cusack and his dad Jim Cusack, very welcome visitors with us today. And of course a number of other people from Gowan, the Gowan Group, Gowan Auto, who are with us, Richard Dillon. Great to have them here today. And that's a beautiful shot of that Alfa Romeo. And at perfect timing, I see the Alfa Romeo Giulia Veloce is doing a lap. You'll see it just at the top of your screen now. Coming into view, 280 brake horsepower. It's going to come back in the pit lane. That's our course car for the weekend. Absolutely beautiful machine, very, very quick. It's not the Quadrifoglio, but it's a Veloce, 280 brake horsepower, 2-litre turbo, and absolutely stunning in Alfa Romeo red. 3 Alphas in the pit lane this weekend. The safety car is an Alfa Romeo Junior EV, and then a hybrid version of the Junior is the medical car, which thankfully hasn't moved all weekend. So there's the Alpha coming down the pit lane. The drone is just absolutely wonderful addition to the coverage here at Mondello Park, as some of the Formula Fords begin to peek their noses out of the garages, and Chris peeks his nose into the commentary box. He can smell a Formula Ford race at a mile distance away. So yeah, Formula Fords have been great. He's an authority on them. It's a difficult struggle to try and get more of these cars back out. It's not anybody's fault. When cars are parked up, it's very difficult to get the drivers to get new overalls, to get new belts into the car. But Chris has done a wonderful job. But I'll let him tell you his social media pages. Follow them, K-Town, Formula Ford 1600, and a few others, because they're well worth it, and they do work very, very hard to push these classes, and they're more than a little bit entertaining as well. So do follow Chris, tongue in cheek, perhaps just a little bit, but that's what we love here at Mondello Park. So there's the drone. It's going to have a look at us now. I haven't even got my hair done. I can see the drone outside the window. There we go. Belly's in, lads. There we are. Andy, myself. Good stuff. Oh my God, we should have tidied up all those wiring. I sound like my mother. You should have tidied that up if you thought we were going to have visitors.
Breathe in, Leo.
Breathe in, yeah, that's it. Come on, we'll all go over to this window and wave at the neighbours. It's going to come round here in a minute now. Come on, lads, all over here for the first communion photo. Sorry, Chris. There we are. Give the drone an old wave there. Katie doing a great job. That's because they filmed her now. She wants to film us. So great stuff. It's busy up here in the commentary box, and massively high temperatures. 1 bottle of water between us. So there we are. We'll sit back down. She's still filming us. There's the static shot. The hurdy-gurdies are still going. I was hoping to have a go, Chris, on the chairplanes there, but it wasn't offered to me. And I didn't have enough pocket money to jump on board, but they're busy all day.
Yes, it's probably the fastest I've been for 25 years. It's absolutely... I tried the ones in Italy last year, and it's true. They, if you've seen Clarkson's Lamborghini tractor, I think they do the same with their fairground rides. I had a 3-year-old, and there's absolutely no way they would allow a 3-year-old to hurtle at those speeds here in Ireland. So just bear that in mind when you head to Gardaland. So what a marvellous day. What did it take you to organise the weather like this, Leo?
Well, that's Niamh. Poor old Niamh. I did acknowledge her at the lunch with the Birranes, but Niamh Brady has done a Trojan. I mean, everybody else has. Let's not forget our operations guys who've worked so hard over the last few weeks, our technical guys on the museum cars, and our front of house staff, Tiffany and Gillian, who've done a superb job as ever. But Niamh had all the stress. Niamh had to book the weather, the hurdy-gurdies, the classic cars, the bands, the drummers.
The drummers, did you ever see
I was thinking
like of those?
I reckon if you and me had a couple of USA biscuits, tins and 4 wooden spoons, we'd have a go at it. But no, they were really, really good. You got their...
Yeah, got their card.
After party, that sounds a bit dodgy.
Yes.
Are you sure that's the drummer's card you got there? Yeah. No, they're absolutely fantastic. But everything from that to the flowers on the ribbons on the tables, you know. So it's been a stressy week for her, and I hope she's having a glass of wine somewhere. Roddy Green, the same thing. And the phone never stopped ringing. In fact, the phone never stopped ringing with people going, "Have you got something on down there this weekend? You wouldn't have an old ticket there. It's my granny and her hip is gone." And like, friends of Mondello, loads of invitations, and certainly people that do business with us, loads of them gone out. But people that rang you at the exact same week last year,
yes,
and you haven't heard from since. You probably got a few of those calls, Chris, did you?
No, the phone is off in Donegal.
How's Donegal these days? Beautiful as ever.
We had a tremendous bank holiday. ABBA reformed for us.
Did they? Yeah.
Yes, and Swedish accents right up until Ross Strabane broke out on the very last number.
Right, brilliant. Yeah, I thought that was going to be a joke, but no.
2 weeks before had been the Ramelton Festival, and Queen reformed for that.
Did they? Yeah.
And the band leader, the most curious Manchester stroke Dublin accent I've ever heard. The shortest shorts I've ever seen.
There you go again.
Leather.
Betson, look at that. Come on, Ferrari girl, give us a wave. There we go. Fantastic.
That's it.
Any more F1 stuff?
Well done, Dad.
Ferrari and McLaren
Longer
up
shirt
front.
next time.
Oh, you're all going to be famous. This is great stuff. The monster hat down the front. Give it the big one. Formula Ford 1600s are on track. When you're talking about all those bands reforming there, my girlfriend said she was leaving me because my obsession with status quo. So I said, whatever you want. Here's a bad joke on a warm-up lap for you.
So, additional runner this time around, Colm Hines. We just got a flash of him in the sort of Ukraine, blue and yellow rather.
It looks like an RF93, which was not the most popular car because that was the year they changed from Kent engines to Zetec engines, and
it certainly was originally. He was telling me it was originally a Zetec.
It's a bit Quasimodo, isn't it?
It's definitely the Marmite of its class.
Yeah. And Ukraine colours, as you pointed out there.
Yes. Well,
I hope the rest of them aren't rushing up to the back of them.
Yes.
Let's move on.
Ukraine this year, but who knows what's been hatched behind. Anyway, not what we're here to talk about.
But Dave Park should have the trump card.
Yes.
He's been quickest all weekend. If the car keeps going, he should probably be the man here. But that said, don't fool yourself. Don't think that Mark McKenna and Derek Keneally were down there drinking tea. You spotted a bit of understeer in that 32F. You can be sure they've backed off the front roll bar. You can be sure they've lowered the front ride height, Chris, on those platform adjustables.
Funny, we've got Mark McKenna a bit further back. We've got Neville Anderson. This is a reverse grid this time around. Top six, which is, let's face it, it's the grid.
Well, no, there's well, maybe it might be. We're missing a few, yeah.
So we've got Neville Anderson up the front. And Donald Griffin, the man who really puts so much heart and soul into this class, on the front row. Neville Anderson alongside him. Alan Davidson, fired up, hooked up. I can't tell you, but he's got a cunning plan for its start. And that's a better start from Alan. And Mark McKenna. And
David Parks, the best.
Look at Alan Davidson right round the outside. He's going to be the man to watch.
McKenna and Parks right round to set the third row. Look at them.
Yep.
Parks having a sniff. Look, gives McKenna the big shove. It's Anderson now. Oh, Parks tries to get alongside. Mark McKenna says, I don't think so. Out to the outside with you. First and third already now. No, it's not. It's the Mondial leading.
It's the Mondial of Alan Davidson.
This is a recipe for a good race.
This is it. Alan Davidson, he's hooked it up into second gear, which is actually Kirkstown's first. And he tried it on the green flag lap. I wasn't going to spill the beans, but he's up and away. He's been bogging down all weekend. As we say in racing terms, it is genuinely a racing term, not an innuendo. But he's got a good clean start. But look at this, Dave Parks is all over him like a rash. This is his brother showing up, Robbie Parks, in the dark blue Reynard, and here it comes over the stripe for the first time. It's Alan Davidson from Randallstown, County Antrim, but Mark McKenna, and the braking issue we saw before. Dave Parks loses out as well, locking up slightly, and Mark McKenna is the big winner there. Mark McKenna, the bit right between his teeth. Family are here, loading him up with pressure. Same with Parks.
I think McKenna nailed him into, I was going to say Dunlop, because they're Formula 40's down the inside again. The door's slammed closed. Mark McKenna's feisty today. He's not going to hand this one away. He's up to second place. I think he got by David Parks into Southside, out of our view. But these three are the class of the field. The leader puts a wheel off. He gets sideways.
Right out on the marbles, and he's lost all that momentum. McKenna surely has it. No. Davidson has the inside line.
McKenna around the outside of the S's.
Just drove him round to here. They come into the south side corner, heading towards you at the grandstand now. McKenna has it by a fraction. Wide and trying ever so hard. It's Dave Parks trying to screw the very most out of this Reynard. These three on a break. In behind then Neville Anderson and Robbie Parks.
We're loving this. Proper Formula Ford racing. Alan Davison just shoveled Parks out there. Don't think so. And Parks got back at them down into turn one. It's 1, 2, 3. It's McKenna, Davison and Parks now in a classic Formula Ford 1600 battle for the St. Brigid's Trophy here.
Yep. And Davison closing right up on Parks, on McKenna in front of him. This is going to, I would predict this is going to humding all race long.
think McKenna will get away initially. If Park's car warms up, like Chris, like you noticed in the last race, then he starts getting really comfortable. He might get by that Mondial, but he doesn't want to let the 32F get away.
No.
A big lunge, a Wanguli.
Parks is through.
See you later. Yeah.
2 wheels on the grass, but he's through. And Davidson really caught napping there. Parks absolutely heart in his mouth, but took the place. A very, very audacious move. Mark McKenna, he's pulled out, what's this, 2 car lengths?
Oh, he's sideways. They've done something. Do you know Derek Keneally's done something to that car? It's not understeering anymore, Chris.
No.
It's a little bit taily.
Yes, Mark, he's well able to catch it.
Oh, he is.
Park's very slow.
Oh, not the gearbox
slow.
again. Oh, no.
Yeah, looks like it's stripped a gear or drive.
Oh, he's having such a rough weekend. He did get a win, which is great. He got the Vivion Daly Trophy, but I wanted to see a head-to-head, a real scrap between both of them. They're 2 real good racers. He's so disappointed, but he can go home with a beautiful Vivion Daly Trophy. I sound like a Bruce Forsyth again. So look what you can go home with a nice trophy, a blankety-blank checkbook and pen for you there,
and a teddy bear.
Look what you could have won, the Brigid Trophy. But no, a real racer, Dave Parks.
Yeah,
and that's a shame. And Mark McKenna would have
preferred a little bit lighter.
Well, he will, but I think he would have loved a scrap with Dave Parks. That would have been wheel banging, tire smoking. Alan Davis is just not as used to Mondello Park as they are. He's incredibly late in the brakes. He's got great car control, but he hasn't got the Mondello mileage.
And we have another one. This is the Swift. Is up and off.
Who's that? What's the Ukraine
this is
car?
Our Cork visitor.
Colm Hines.
Yeah, Colm Hines. In 2 minds whether to take that car or
Tipperary colours might be better. Mark McKenna with the head down now, 59.027. They're quick, these boys, aren't they? In older cars. 58s earlier. Very close to it again. I didn't get a chance. Is Brendan McKenna down here? Didn't get a chance to see him. I'm sure he is.
Brendan McKenna is here.
Brendan's always great crack.
Whether you want him or not, he's here. He's regaling me.
Paddy McKenna, very quick as well. Paddy was lap record holder here.
Yes,
very quick driver. Oh yeah, that's definitely tailier, that car. You can see it when he gets on the power coming out. It's not pushing on anymore.
Yeah.
And in fact, Alan Davis is just drifting the car through Campion Corner, using all the curb on the exit. Great car control, but a little bit of a lack of grip maybe, is it? Or just moving around a lot?
They've been playing around with the back of that car, softening it off and then firming it up. And I think they've gone back to soft again for this race. It just didn't work the last time, and braking, they've been working out the braking on it all weekend. This is actually its first outing of the year. So, okay.
McKenna goes through to start another lap. Alan Davison right with him.
Alan Davidson in touch, yeah. He's only 2 missed gear changes away.
Really. HRCA having their podium, and there Dave Griffin getting up there. He's got a good group of supporters with him from the Bill Griffin Motors crew. He's just coming down there having taken a win. They worked all night on that car to fix it. So great to see it.
What a race that was. Absolute gem of a race. That's probably your water cooler moment. Then Dave Griffin's win in the HRCA. So here we go. McKenna from Davidson. It's Robbie Parks in third, but he's a fair bit down the road. Neville Anderson in the all blue Mondial. Donald Griffin, and then Colm Hines after that spin. It's HCA prize giving, and we're switching back to the on-track action. And we have Neville Anderson chasing down Robbie Parks. Both guys quick over the line. Donald Griffin just outgunned this weekend in his first run out in his 83 Reynard. Colm Hines raced it last year. But this is Donald, the boss. 7.5 to go. So Neville Anderson, dogged competitor. Is that a polite term? You definitely know if you've been racing Fiestas with Neville, you're not going to come back with the same wing mirrors. You're going to have one of his with you. He has a checkered history up at Kirkestone. Had to take an enforced bath for a year, but he's back in Formula Ford. He's owned this car for, it must be 20 years, and he's taken a long lunch. He's going to do it. Neville Anderson, this is in the light blue against Robbie Parks in the dark blue, and we have a change of position. I think this is for the podium position, final podium position. Neville Anderson, his crew of all the Grahams from Mid-Ulster, Portadown direction, worked hard all weekend to, this car dragged out of the garage on Tuesday last, and there's been one issue after another, but Neville has it hooked up now this final race after multiple misfires and hesitations all the way through. So Neville Anderson, just flicked it in. It looked more time consuming than it was. It was just judged to perfection. Robbie Parks, what can he do? He's really got to up his game. Colm Hines over the line as well. So this is the closest on track battle we can find. Robbie Parks, dark blue colours, trying his best to get back on terms with Neville Anderson in the light blue Mondial. Both these cars pretty well of the same vintage, 88 and 89. You can see slightly, when they're parked up, you can see slightly different design philosophies. Some similarities, some differences. Both were very successful in terms of sales numbers for their respective factories. The Reynards built in the south of England, and the Mondials built in Bangor on the coast of North Down. Leslie Drysdale, the man behind it, and the company celebrated 40 years founding. And we have one of the cars parked up there. Oh, that was Dave Parks. So Anderson it is in the light blue colours, the dark blue. Of Robbie. From Bray. Robbie Parks, very experienced in Formula V's, then Formula Sheens. Came to Formula Ford about 4 years ago, has a Ray, still has a couple of Ray cars, races them in contemporary Formula Ford. Oh, Anderson makes his Mondial very wide, snakes under braking for Southside, top corner, makes his car, hugs the inside. Robbie Parks has definitely gained on him. He's taking a look on the outside, probably looking for the undercut. Here comes Robbie in the dark blue colours, the man from Bray. Really gets the nose alongside Anderson. Anderson has to work it here. Much better traction on the Mondial. He seems to leave them on the Reynard behind. Coming out of the slow corners, he's slower into the corners, but faster out, which is hard to pass if you're in the lead in that situation. But Robbie Parks it is.
You said hard to pass if you're in that situation. I thought you said something about hard to pass. You're just going to call the medical centre there, Chris.
Well, that's the one advantage of being married to a pharmacist.
I thought you were going to say about getting old. It's not an issue anymore. You just don't have any control over it.
It's everything's dropping off. It's like this after 15 laps.
Well, actually, this is quite good. A Mondial versus Reynard, that's not a strange battle to us at Mondello Park.
No.
just great to see it happening again. Robbie Park's such an enthusiast and such a hard worker with motorsport. He's had so many cars in his vertical racing team. He's raced loads, future classics, historics, Vs, Formula Shanes, Formula Fords. Robbie Park's a great man to help other people. The Parks family, wonderful people, and as I said yesterday, they come from good stock. Bob and Jenny Parks were wonderful people. With BRD was their team here. Bob, Robbie and Dave, BRD, back here in the early 90s in Formula V. And you'd always got a cup of tea and a bit of an old bar of chocolate there, as well as a few stories. So they were raised in the paddock here. Certainly Dave Parks was, and Robbie, Springy as he's known, raced with us. Great times in Formula V back then, and as we said, he races everything else now, and I'm sure that I would imagine all the good parts Robbie has put into Dave's car, which is how it would work, because Robbie's not slow. He's very, very quick driver.
Oh, that's him taking a dive.
Curse of the commentator. He took a dive into the pits.
Yeah.
I thought he was launching it down the inside there.
Maybe he is.
Commentator's curse. Yeah. The Donington trick. It's quicker to go through the pit lane, actually. You skip one of the bit of the Melbourne loop, yeah.
That's young Robbie tending to it in pit lane. We can see on the drone shot.
Yeah, surprised he's not out. I think they only have 2 cars old enough maybe to compete in this one. The others are a little bit newer. Very much involved in sim racing, young Rob. They race on Tuesday nights. So there's Mark McKenna still pushing hard, still fastest, 58.8, the fastest lap in this one. This could be his final lap. This is his final lap, I would imagine.
Yeah, so this is going to be double for Mark. One yesterday, one today.
2-1, isn't it? It's 2 to Mark McKenna and 1 to Dave Parks. But they 3 nice trophies, so.
Yep.
St. Brigid's trophy.
This will be joyously received. The whole family is here. Everybody who cooked him a hot dinner is here in the Mondello pits.
Great shot of Alan Davison there. He hasn't given up, has he? See that drift?
No.
Four-wheel drift coming up out of turn 3 in the Mondial.
Alan really enjoying this weekend. I was talking on the bank as the F1s were going past, and he is really, really enjoying this weekend. This is his first run out in the Formula Ford all season, and this was the marker. This is the one he wanted.
Is it checkered flag?
Yeah,
it is.
It is, and it's a win for Mark McKenna.
Kept honest by Alan Davis, it's got to be said, Chris.
Yes.
He can only breathe easy now.
It's a good run from Davidson.
Yeah, very
good.
I'm impressed with that.
Have to have the braking issue that dogged him in that first afternoon race. Seemed to be cured. Well done to Brian Drysdale and his dad, Alan's dad, Jimmy.
I thought the drone was going on kamikaze on us. We're going for a barrel roll here. I feel a bit queasy. Oh, well held, yeah. This is Neville Anderson's going to get a podium. He'd be delighted with that. Yeah. Oh, look at that hand in the air. Trouble with the car yesterday. He's delighted.
That's as good as a win for Neville.
Yeah, really. Well, a podium at the Historic Festival is pretty impressive in any class, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So Colm Hines over the line as well. We're starting to park up. So, convincing, untroubled win for Mark McKenna, but he had to work it for the first 3-4 laps, but after that, there we are. Formula Ford made a bit of a comeback here at Mondello. We had super racing, Leo, at June with the contemporary chassis, and we would love to see it. Yeah. We'd love to come back a bit more.
Well, the door's open. We'd love to have them here as well.
Yeah.
You know?
So a couple of more Formula Ford races in Ireland, but the bad news is they're up at Kirkestone.
Well, no, that's not bad news. We're up there with our Patch Tire Equipment Junior Minis in 2 weeks, so let's have one of those wonderful baps in the morning and a cup of tea in the canteen and have a chat. Get these Formula Fords back, yeah.
If I play my cards right, I'll still be on the beach, and I'll not be joining you.
Well, we're looking forward to going up. We're bringing the kids up. They loved it up there. They learned how to slipstream, cough, bump draft when they were up there, but they absolutely loved it. And we brought the Z-Tech. The Z-Tech Fiesta drivers were hilarious. The rookies are going, we're in fourth gear for quite a while. The doors are starting to flap and bang. You know, they're not used to going over 80 mile an hour. So Kirkstone's a great place. There's Anthony Hoyd, scrutineer. He loves a Formula Ford race. Having a great chat with them.
Yeah. So final race for cars then is the, fittingly, it's the Bane Trophy, Precision Graphics Future Classics, and it'll be 15 minutes long, and that's what's coming up next. So you're stuck with me. Leo is on hospitality duties. And looking after the big picture. So for this Precision Graphics Future Classic, for the Birrane Trophy, fittingly, this we are going to see here. This is 15 minutes. So a huge amalgam of sports cars, saloons, generally a lot of smaller hatchback stuff as opposed to the bigger tours. We've got minis in here, we've got Fiestas, Saxos, MX-5s. It's a potpourri of motoring. So 2x2 they form up, and they have target times, and it's not necessarily out and out racing this, so everybody's getting ready. one of the Mazdas, right on the inside. Virtually nudging up against the wall with the Clio alongside him. Very smart looking Clio, but we are off and running. 50 minutes. The distinctive Toyota Celica out in front. Out in front. Ken Byrne in this mix as well in the distinctive blue Clio. Second and up and over the line is Patricia O'Malley. So the Toyota leads. Lovely classic shape of the thing on it. Oh, I think this is catching, I think it's a Civic in behind. Sorry, Patrick O'Malley. Yeah, Honda Civic Type R. Over the line as they head towards Southside Corner. Kicking up the dirt. And here comes the Clio with a little MX-5 nipping at his heels in behind. Patrick O'Malley, bright red Honda Civic. Giving chase. So they go over the start-finish line again, and they've opened up a fair distance over Ken Byrne, and then Brian Sexton right in behind him, then Mark Johnson, David Hammond, Ben O'Malley. This is where the action is. And this dice for third. Oh, and they Ken Byrne in the Clio chops the Mazda right off. Then Mazda had a long look at the inside. But Byrne was having none of it, came from left to right, into the right-hander. Look at the little Mazda closing right up under the boot lid of the Clio as they head out onto the countryside. Got a Fiat Uno in there as well. There's a hark back to a really competitive class then. But look at the Clio. Oh, he's in wide. And just at the last minute, he gets it turned in. The little Mazda snapping away, much more conventional line, much faster, I would have thought. But just, man, didn't convert it into place. Ken Byrne. And here comes the Mazda. Fair bit lighter, I would have thought. and lighter on the brakes. Oh, he's right into the back hatch of the Clio in front of him. Absolutely ace drone shots you're getting at home. So little Mazda trying for the cut on the inside, and this is for the dash into Southside corner, and the Mazda has it. Mazda has planted it on the inside, and the Clio's forced wide. Is the other Clio going to follow through? Oh, and sheer brute power. The Clio just manages to gun it down, and the other Clio has indeed gone past the Mazda. Did he miss a gear or something? There was quite a marked difference there compared to other laps. But the two Clios just totally marmalized the Mazda. So a 5-car train here for third place. Currently Ken Byrne is leading it in the blue Clio. He's had it, but he's lost it before to the Mazda that you see in third in this dice, which translates to 5th overall on track. So up and chasing Ken Byrne is Mark Johnson in another of these Clios. Johnson tries the inside, now tries the outside, and is going to try and go for the undercut, and the Mazda is there already. So this 5-car train hugs the pit wall on the way down to turn 1. Ken Byrne, that very, very wide line. Mark Johnson has a look at the inside. If he could get it to stick on the second part of this sequence, that might be an option for him. The little Mazda, look how nimble it is on the brakes. Again, right on the boot lid of the Clio in front. This time it's Mark Johnson. Draws up alongside, very steady through the corners. The Mazda is rock solid. The French cars always had a bit of lean. Oh, and the Clio's graveling amongst themselves, and the Mazda's trying to take advantage of it. Mark Johnson is the white car in the middle of that sandwich. The Mazda is Brian Sexton, rather. Oh, and the little Uno takes to the grass, trying to keep up. The two Clios here come side by side, not afraid to get in close proximity to each other. Very close proximity to the back bumper of the blue Clio, and it's the dash into the countryside now, and the Mazda's got back ahead again. Just can't seem to have the grunt to get past the two Clios in front. So we're focusing on this battle for third place on the tar. Oh, this is chopping. This is absolutely ferocious dicing. And now the Honda has got past the Mazda on sheer power. The Mazda doesn't seem to have the grunt that the others have, and he's hung out on the outside. And the little Uno now fancies way past the Mazda as well. So that's Ben O'Malley coming through. This little Honda CRX. Mazda falling behind. I wonder if there's an issue with that. He's within half a lap. He's lost so much ground to the two Clios that were in front. So the two Clios giving us great value. The blue car is Ken Byrne. The white is Mark Johnson. Oh, and Ken Byrne hugs the pit wall, throws up dirt over the windscreen of the tailing Clio. And look at the Uno coming under pressure from the MX-5, which now seems to have another lease of life. Had fallen away, but he's made up meters and meters and meters, and he's back up on the tail of the little Uno. Blue and orange car. So the two Clios fighting the bit out. This is second place on the track. Out in front is Paddy O'Malley, the red Honda. Seem to have lost Luke Marmion a few laps ago in the Celica. So Ken Byrne still holds second place. Mark Johnson has yet another nibble at him. Oh, both Clios getting up onto hooking up the inside wheel, and off the track goes the Honda CRX and loses the place to the Fiat Uno. So back markers are going to start playing a part in this race. We are coming up to the little Fiestas in front. Just look how close the Mazda gets to the pit wall. And the Fiesta does its best to stay out of the way, because over comes one Clio and there's another one queued up behind him. And the old Uno, it's got plenty of life left in it. Third in this dice, fourth overall. CRX with two wheels on the grass in his efforts to get past. Oh, and he's, as I speak, it's the commentator's curse. He runs so wide and so into the gravel, and only just got away with it. So once again, this battle rages down the back straight. It's heading for you now in the grandstand. Blue Clio, Ken Byrne, then Mark Johnson in the white Clio, David Hammond following that up, and then Brian Sexton. The Mazda drop well back now. So look at this. Mark Johnson has got through. No, he hasn't. Sorry, that's getting my two blue cars mixed up. Sorry, apologies. Still Ken Byrne for Mark Johnson. And then David Hammond in the Uno, Brian Sexton in Honda. No, the Mazda rather. Oh, and that's absolutely blowing it for Ken Byrne as he headed for the pit lane. I suspect he has, yes. That's the blue Clio out of the contest. Just suddenly slowed up there, and it's freewheeling down the pit lane. So just when Mark Johnson thought he could breathe a little bit more deeply, along comes David Hammond in the mighty Uno. Just give him a hard time. And that is the checkered flag. So we think the way future classics go, there are inbuilt penalties and so on, barrier times and so on then, and several of this field will get adjusted times. But first over the line, Patrick O'Malley, then Mark Johnson, who is just holding off David Hammond as they cross the line now. Then a good run from Brian Sexton in the Mazda. Ben O'Malley, plenty of tales to tell. Then the dark blue Celica as we look further up the track. This is Ray Melia, then Gilbert Clancy in his wheel tracks in the Honda. Aaron McCoy, Mark Meehan, and Alan Sweetman. Aidan Brennan, and Noel Conaghy will be your top 12. 13th, Laura Hannon. 14th, Jay Donegan. So we're going to see if there's penalties applied and so on. Then you'll just probably have to follow this online. So a super duper day's racing here at Mondello Park. Hope you enjoyed it.
Put your left foot out and it'll work. It does seem to work. Well, ladies and gents, what a weekend at the Carole Nash Historic Festival. It's safe to say it's the best historic festival we've had at Mondello Park. The kids are having fun on the hurdy-gurdies all day. So Roddy Green, the MD of Mondello, and myself said we'd have a go before we finished off. Everybody's happy. It's been great. The new straight has been named the Birrane Straight. Carole Nash has spoken to every classic car enthusiast in the country. We've had Formula 1 drivers here all weekend. It's been absolutely fantastic. It's Martin Birrane's 90th birthday, and everybody has had fun. We've had great racing on track, incredible trophies given out. I think it's fair to say it's the best event we've had here in a long, long time. Certainly the best historic festival. Roddy, we leave the last word to you before we say goodbye for the live stream.
Thanks, Theo. What a wonderful weekend. I hope the lunch doesn't come back up all over your lap here. If we get away with that, I think it'll be a great weekend.
Okay, fantastic. Big thanks to Martin and everybody in See It Live for wonderful coverage all weekend. And as Roddy said, I think we're going to park our breakfast on the tarmac here at Mondello Park in the next few minutes. So goodbye from Mondello Park. We're back shortly with ICCR. Have a look at ICCR.ie for more details.